I think when you leave that mentality behind, I'm just here for 8 hours, clocking out at 5. When you have a purpose, when you have the drive, your creative ideas come in, the commitment is there and it's way more productive and you keep the staff member engaged for longer.
Yeah.
One of the questions that we ask the applicants is what makes you happy at work? It's a simple question, but a lot of employers sort of skip that area. It's more like things like, what are your goals? What's been your greatest achievement in the past? But instead of asking what makes you happy, that's such an important thing. I understand that in some cases that people are here to pick up a check, feed their family and for whatever reason that, that's their life. But I think especially within the last 3 or 4 years, the employment market's really changed since the COVID era, and working remotely, working hybrid is such a norm now.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wasted Wealth. Today I'm joined by Wendy. Wendy, give us the too long didn't read about who you are and how you got here.
Well, thank you for having me, Charlie. My name is Wendy. I am from Recruitme New Zealand.
Yeah.
So a bit of a journey from a teacher background.
Okay.
In ECE, and that career lasted about 10 years before sort of jumping into my own business in hospitality.
Okay.
So I kind of jumped all over the show within the last sort of 15 years or so.
Yeah.
And throughout my career, I've always been passionate about bringing on new talents and seeing them progress, seeing them grow.
Yeah.
Leadership is one of my passions.
Oh, yeah.
Just helping people, seeing them grow professionally and personally has just been really rewarding for myself.
It's actually interesting. I know quite a few people that started in hospitality that end up in recruitment. So there's an alignment there, and obviously probably your kind of passions and kind of key skills and enjoy what you enjoy, right? Hospitality is about taking care of people and being hospitable, and recruitment in many ways is the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. With the hospitality role that I was customer facing, front of house, so I met a lot of people, enjoyed chatting with everybody, and obviously having the business, I did a lot of recruitment myself. As we all know, hospitality is quite a high turnover industry. So recruitment wise, it's been quite a journey, but I loved it. Absolutely loved it. For me, it's really exciting to meet new candidates that walk through the door.
Yeah.
And getting to know them, not just seeing what's on their CV, what's this experience and qualification behind this person, but as a person, who they are, the potential is definitely something that really sort of pushed me into recruitment.
Yeah, nice. That's kind of cool. So, would you say you always had that entrepreneurial kind of spark? Because it sounds like you were like, oh, well, I had my own business in hospitality, and then I obviously moved to recruitment. And
Yes and no. So I'm a cautious person.
okay.
Not gonna lie, my husband is the opposite. Okay. He's the brave one who jumps into things. And no, he definitely encouraged me a lot.
So he kind of gave you a bit of that courage?
Yes, it's a courage, bit of a nudge, bit of a shove, whatever you call it. But
is he an entrepreneur himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we got here today.
Right, wicked.
But yeah, and I'm really, really excited to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So what was it specifically in hospitality? What was the first gig? What was the first kind of thing you tried?
So we had a little restaurant in Ponsonby.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had that for about, I think, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
God, it's not that long ago, but so we've had that for a while and it was great. But it was just time to change.
Right.
For me.
Yeah.
Bit of a change. And also family reasons. Yeah, I just needed something a bit more flexible, and recruitment is definitely that for me.
Right.
Yeah, so a bit of the good old work and life balance.
Okay, cool. So that was a key motivator behind getting into recruitment.
Yes.
And then you kind of did you feel like something was missing in the market, or what was your original kind of idea around, or how can I stand out as a business owner, as a recruitment firm?
That's a really good question. I get asked that a lot. I mean, I'm sure other businesses
We all get asked.
yes, they're asked a lot about their business. So with me, I think what made what will make me stand out is that the service. So I've heard some horror stories from friends, past employees, and other business owners that I know personally.
Mm.
They've had some encounters with recruiters before. It's just that level of service and care
Okay.
that they didn't really feel was there to the level that they needed,
Yeah.
especially for the applicants. I truly believe, and it's one of my passions to sort of look after them. Like, yes, I need to look after the clients, when you need to find the right fit for this company, but also at the same time, is this place the right fit for this person?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, instead of just sort of chucking anybody in the role that kind of suits
Yeah.
what they're after. But
Mm.
yeah, just really looking at both side of the coin.
Yeah, for sure. Well, because I mean, even though clients don't always like to hear it, you might over 10 years, you might place someone into 2 roles over that period, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
the ability for them to trust you to kind of help
Yes,
them find the right place is
yes,
important.
yes, definitely.
Is there like a sweet spot that you guys like place for? Like, is there a niche that you have, or is it quite broad? Like, what are the typical roles you get?
So we are quite broad at the moment. With my experience in obviously hospitality and ECE teacher.
Yeah.
So those are my strong areas. I had done logistics before as well, past life. Yeah, so done a bit of everything, but also retail as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we do have sort of stronger areas, but generally speaking, we are quite broad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And is there a size of business that you found is the easiest to deal with on the other side?
I think for me personally is the small to medium business,
Yeah.
even startups that it's a one man or woman show that they're trying to juggle everything. As most business owners know, you're the cleaner, you're the admin, you're the sales, you're everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they trying to expand, as their business pick up. They're looking for someone to help them, but they're not quite sure which position to put them that would be most effective to, better use of their time
Yeah.
and to sort of palm off some other responsibilities. So finding that person, we do help our clients do sort of job descriptions and
Yeah.
really talk to them, get to know their business, really know what they're after, and
Do you
then we go
find
from
that
there.
with the startups and the smaller businesses, like it's almost like they have tasks/problems that they have in the business rather than a role?
Yes, yes, definitely. Obviously, it varies. Some of them they have sort of their partners or family support.
Yeah.
Some of them they'll contract some of the things out,
Yeah.
and it's just that between hiring somebody full time or even part time,
Yeah.
permanent, between sort of one man show to
Yeah.
that, it's a bit of a gap.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do sort of help them with that. So small to medium business is sort of our ideal
Yeah.
target.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Did you like? I mean, do you have an idea of what like you want to achieve from the business? Like, do you have any goals for the business or for you or your family personally from the business? Like, obviously, you said that work-life balance was quite important to you, and that was a big motivator for the type of, obviously, the industry you're in, and the business that you started. Like, and does that kind of connect to some larger goals or?
Oh, definitely. I think for me personally with Recruitme, 5 years down the track, I see myself sort of working on the business
Yeah.
instead of working in the business. So we'll have some of our own recruiters, some BDMs
Yeah.
to sort of go out there, get clients and do the recruiting. So my role will be overseeing, my role will be networking, getting more clients, getting more connections. Networking is one of my passions as well. I love meeting people.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people dread it, they hate it, but oh my gosh, there's another one coming up. So yeah, I do quite a bit of networking
Oh,
as
nice.
well. So that's something I enjoy, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like it. So I
Mm.
think it's a good balance for Recruit Me that I can sort of take over that area of things. End of the day, I am representing my brand,
Yeah.
and with that will come flexibility for family time,
Right.
and also a lot of charity work is one of my goals as well.
Was there specific
Um,
charity work that you?
there's been some that we've helped out in the past,
Yeah.
It's just timing and
Is it specific
volunteers.
causes or that
It's more children with disabilities is my
because of
thing.
your background in teaching as well?
Yes. And yeah, with my personal experience, it is one of my sort of soft spots, if we call it.
Nice. That's cool. So in 5 years, you feel like you want to see the business in a space where you have people coming and helping you with actually the operational
Yes,
recruit placing,
that's right. Yeah,
and then you can focus on the bits you enjoy, which is like the networking and
yeah,
finding new businesses to work with.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, that's cool. Do you like what's the end goal when you run a recruitment firm? Do you think it's like what you said, get to a certain point where the company's paying you a dividend and you're kind of there on a more governance level and I guess client facing, like client as in the employer facing, or is it like a startup where you're like, oh well, I would build it so I could eventually sell it and then
At this point, is more overseeing it, working on it.
cash flow,
Yeah, cash flow
good,
and,
good solid business.
yeah. For charities, you need that if you want to help out.
Yeah,
You need to have something to help with,
yeah,
and whether it's volunteering
yeah,
or financial.
yeah,
So I think is really important.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that this will be our only sort of venture. So
Yeah,
there might be other things on.
will probably have maybe already or have diversified or are looking to diversify and like is this is one component of your household's wealth
Yes.
and you and your partner are kind of basically navigating that together and communicating, working out.
Yes,
Because I think at different times there's a different pace, isn't there, from both parties?
that's right.
Like so sometimes you're the one that's kind of like going more aggressive and like putting in more effort and maybe taking more risk, and then at other times someone else in your family might be, right?
That's right. Yeah, definitely. I think at this stage of my life, my son's 9 years old.
Mhm.
10 years time, when he's about 20, he probably won't want to spend as much time. I might not be as needed.
Yeah.
I do enjoy working.
Mm.
At the moment, I'm sort of pulling back with the flexible opportunity is because of him.
Yeah.
They don't really get their childhood back.
No, and it goes so fast.
It does. It
It's
does.
so
So at the moment, that's definitely the goal, sort of balance that work life and work and family.
yeah, nice.
And later on, when he's older, I could be sitting at home bored. I'll just be outside working.
I'm sure you'll find other things.
Yes. Yeah, I can't stay still.
Yeah. That's often the entrepreneur's kind of problem, right? Is
Yes.
not being able to sit still.
That's right.
Sometimes a week, as well as being a great strength, can be a little bit of a weakness.
Yeah, definitely. When he was a bit younger, I tried to be a stay-home mum.
Yeah.
Lasted about 4 months. Drove myself crazy. Drove everybody else crazy. I just can't stay still.
Yeah, that's funny. I trained jujitsu to force my brain to not be like thinking. It's
Oh.
like how and surfing has also helped.
Oh.
So like things where you need to be fully concentrating, otherwise you get in trouble.
Yes.
Are good for like that forced mental break.
Yes.
It's quite that's my trick instead of
I
like
mean,
meditation, which is probably or breathing,
yes.
which is probably that definitely obviously seems to have really positive impacts.
Yes.
But you get a similar, I guess you get that similar experience from working out or being in those sort of situations where you're kind of in flow.
Yes, definitely. I think finding that balance, sort of me time, is quite popular these days. The self care,
Yeah.
especially women in business. We're women in workplaces. Finding that time for yourself is so
Totally.
important. Not gonna lie, I am still learning to find that home for myself. I'd like to go into boxing.
Oh, really?
Like,
Have you done boxing?
briefly,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I injured my muscles on the back as I stopped it.
Yeah.
That shows my age, but no, it's definitely something I enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back into it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No. Yeah. After you're 30, it's art. Injuries persist.
Yes, they don't go away in the
No.
past.
That's why you got to do like all the strength and conditioning.
That's right.
Like, because I would just do jujitsu all the time if I could, but then I'd just be broken. So I have to do more strength and conditioning to make sure that I don't spend the whole time injured.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's one of the big benefits of, being a business owner, is the freedom to find that time for yourself.
Yes.
And like have control over that.
That's right.
And I mean, for us in our team, we also encourage our team to do the same thing. And that's why we've actually taken an approach of like, basically everyone in our team has skin in the game. They're actually shareholders in our business.
Awesome.
Because we believe that everyone, like our vision for the company is that we believe that everyone has the right to build wealth for themselves and have the freedom to get there how they like.
Yes.
And a big part of that for us was, how do you make sure your employees that are putting in the work get some of the upside when you're successful?
Yes.
And I think that goes the same with like when you work, because we do ask our team to like go the extra mile for us. However, we're not gonna be like, oh, we weren't in 8 hours, or like there's no even conversation in our team. That's because we've been together a long time. We're quite close, and
Yes.
close knit group of people.
Yes.
So there's that level of trust.
That's awesome.
And I think that's hard in like industries where the turnover's quite regular, right?
Yes.
You don't get that compounding effect of having that relationship with someone.
Yes.
For an extended period of time, where you just build that trust.
Yeah, absolutely. Your team sounds like a dream client for us, when we're trying to recruit for a client, and obviously the applicants are sort of asking about the company, what's the culture like? That's one of the main questions that we get asked a lot. And I have to be honest, some companies are not quite, what's the word? It's quite hard to sort of answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with your sort of what's the word? The approach, that's the word. For your company, that sounds just perfect. There's accountability, they're part of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the main thing that drives people. Just come in, not just to work 8-hour shift and then pick up a check at the end of the week.
That's right.
And employees don't want that.
No, well, people want purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and I think you're right. I think there's this whole dynamic of, and I think it's generally how everything has kind of come about in terms of your career and the financial kind of burden that everyone has on themselves, is it does become a bit of here's your path, you stick to the path.
That's right.
And then people are then going, well, but like, is that right for me? And like, I think people have been awakened by the last couple of years to actually be like, actually, like, there's got to be more to this whole thing than just
That's right.
picking up a check.
That's right. I think when you leave that mentality behind, I'm just here for 8 hours, clocking out at 5. When you have a purpose, when you have the drive, your creative ideas come in. The commitment is there, and it's way more productive, and you keep the staff member engaged for longer.
Yeah.
One of the questions that we ask the applicants is, what makes you happy at work?
Right.
It's a simple question, but a lot of employers sort of skip that area. It's more like things like, what are your goals? What's been your greatest achievement in the past? But instead of asking what makes you happy, that's such an important thing. I understand that in some cases that people are here to pick up a check, only to, feed their family, and for whatever reason that, if that's their life. But I think especially within the last 3 or 4 years, the employment market's really changed since the COVID era.
Yeah.
Yeah. And working remotely, working hybrid.
Yeah.
Is such a norm now.
Yeah, I mean, the first business I ran and built was remote and hybrid from 2016.
Wow.
So we knew. So when I started this business in 2020, we already had it in our culture, and we're already fully remote.
That's awesome.
Well, as a default, but we had offices. I think that the hybrid space is nicer.
Yes.
Encouraging people to kind of utilize being in person together, because I think there's a lot of benefits to that.
Oh, definitely.
And then also giving people the freedom to actually get more done by not spending 2 hours a day commuting.
That's right.
So it's that kind of balance.
No, that's just absolutely true.
And it's really hard to actually make it work, because there's something about serendipity in a place, a physical location that you don't get from being online.
No, absolutely.
And sometimes problems take longer to solve because you've got to set a meeting up in order to have a communication rather than someone overhearing you and being like, oh, I know how to solve that.
Yeah, or even asking a question instead of leaning back, hey, what was that thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to text or email or arrange a meeting to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's definitely important. And also during lockdown, I worked from home.
Yeah.
My previous job.
Yep.
It was hard, especially with a 4-year-old at the time. But at the same time, it was quite hard. There is no separation from work and home life. When the laptop's sitting on the dinner table and there's dinner cooking, it's just not.
You're like going over to it and checking.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no switch.
There's a lot of multitasking.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's something that has become more and more kind of a challenge for everyone to have to manage.
Yes.
You know, exponentially since kind of the internet came along, really.
Yes.
So we're all kind of working with that. And I think that as a business owner, especially then, you just like when you're going through that phase of chewing glass and looking into the abyss, you're always on. And that I say to entrepreneurs and business owners, you know, that I speak to or that come to us, you know, with like, that is unfortunately like you can have everything, but you can't have everything at once.
Yes.
So like you're basically in a situation where until it works, until the thing works properly, you just have to resign to the fact that you are going to be working ridiculous hours, most likely.
Yes. And absolutely, I think any business owners, they sort of are willing to sort of take that sacrifice over sort of less worrying, potentially less hours. Personally, like my husband and I, previously when we worked for other people, we've done 60, 80, 100 hours.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, why don't we do it for ourselves?
Yeah.
And there's that flexibility to
do the 8 hours when you want.
Yes, exactly. And you can arrange your private life around that instead of trying to book a family holiday and then you have to attend 2 meetings this week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's definitely pros and cons for everything, depending on what you're after right here, right now, and your 5-year goals or 10-year goals. Yeah.
That's cool. So what are the biggest issues that the small to medium business has when they're actually trying to engage with a recruiter? Because I think you find a lot of small to medium enterprises struggling to work with outside kind of agencies and kind of service providers.
Yes. So the main there's a few different on depending on the industry and the company, of course. But what we find that is the sort of the fees, you know, because
the fees are the hardest part.
Small to medium business, and they think, well, if we can't do it ourselves, we've done it before, we can just do it. But not every time is as successful as what they would like to be.
Yeah, right.
And I understand that, you know, the whole ChatGPT and AI, that's what a lot of business owners or managers have been using.
Right.
For, you know, a lot of things these days, you know, not just recruitment, but for us, recruiting is not just about getting AI to sort through some CVs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so people are uploading CVs and then analyzing them through.
That's right.
Okay.
There's definitely pros and cons to that. Depending on the role, sometimes for a tradie, you know, they might not even have a CV, but they've got all the experience that you want. And you can't just disqualify them because they haven't got a perfect CV. But AI with the system these days, that will disqualify them. And we have seen some interesting CVs.
Yeah.
And my first instinct was, oh, should I just ring them up and help them with their CV? You know, but when you get about, 280 of them per job, it's a bit hard.
Yeah, so I guess the dynamic shifted since kind of 2021, 2022, where there were not many applicants for roles to then the complete
Yes.
inverse of obviously lots of people applying for just a few roles.
Yes. Absolutely. But at the same time, we did notice that the good candidates are still getting multiple offers on the table.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I think employers need to understand that, yes, there's a lot of applicants.
But the best ones
But the
are
best ones, you need to really sift through the CVs. And sometimes we get our candidates through connections with other,
just the referrals and
referrals, networking groups. You just don't know who you'll meet. Yeah.
yeah, that makes total sense. So the fees are what basically is it justifying the fees or is it even affording to pay the fees?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. For business, for example, a childcare centre.
Yeah.
When parents drop off their children, is the environment, yes, but 80% is the teachers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So your teachers are your most valuable asset.
Yeah.
Personally, I've worked in the daycare for 10 years, and I've definitely seen firsthand what a good teacher and a
Not so good one.
not so good one can do to a centre and its
Yeah.
reputation.
Right.
And a reputation is not easily built,
Yeah.
but it's very quickly destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth hiring the right person
Yes.
for the right centre.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's so important. And when you lose children, that's thousands in fees per week.
Yeah.
You make
Wow.
that back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So it's just really seeing what the client, what the owner is wanting. Are they really urgently needing a good teacher, or they're just like, we could probably just do a bit of average. It just depends what they're after. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is it are there ways that you deal with the fees and like kind of structured payments to make it easier?
So we do have tailored solutions.
Yeah.
So we call them tailored because we believe that every single company is different. Every role is different. We could be hiring the same role for different companies and they have different requirements.
Yeah.
So we do tailor not just our package, we also tailor our interview questions and the hiring process to really suit what a particular client is after.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What about the candidates then? Like, how does a candidate put themselves with the best foot forward?
Most roles would be relying on CV
Yeah.
or their cover letter. Sometimes it might not have a as sort of beautifully packed CV, but the cover letter you can read the letter and really see their potential, their experience. They might not be IT savvy, but depending on the role. So it's almost reading between the lines, what they've done, the experience,
Yeah.
which is listed on their CV,
Yeah.
qualifications depending on the role.
Yep.
Some roles they don't require any qualifications. So yeah, it's just really depends on which role, and the ones that show initiative definitely stand out. So they'll send a CV, they'll give me a call, and you'll find my email on our website. So a lot of sort of avenue to sort of get their name popped up in front of our computer. Yeah.
Okay. I guess that just the more touch points you have.
That's right. You'll stand out.
Yeah.
It shows your initiative and it shows how much you're wanting this job.
Yeah. And that makes a big difference in
Yeah.
empathy side of picking someone, right?
To a degree, yeah.
Like if you if you see someone wants it, that kind of gives you more inclination to be biased.
And also the attitude.
Yeah.
You can sort of tell what sort of attitude this person has by, the small things.
Yeah.
If the client is after someone with initiative, if I have to go chase down documents or chase down anything, then, they could say that they've got initiative.
Yeah.
But even if you're applying for a job and you have to have the recruiter chase you down for a document after 5 days.
Yeah.
Then
It's no bueno.
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. Yeah. How do you feel like your business will change over the next 5 years?
I think
Or will it not? Because it's
to a degree.
relationship based.
Yeah, to a degree. If we grow our team, it'll definitely be a bit more systems in place. But our goal is still trying to keep that relationship face to face. client facing. That really makes us stand out, and that's one of our passion as well. Instead of just sending emails, a text message, a quick phone call, is that relationship that we value. Um, and our goal is to work with the client long term, not just you have a role, we quickly fill it, get the invoice, move on to the next.
Yeah.
We like to see our service help our client grow
Yeah.
by putting in the right people.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
No, it's been cool, and I look forward to hearing and seeing how you progress and how you continue to help people find the right candidates.
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you.